Hello there everybody and welcome to a new video. For today, for me it's a special video because it's about Dead or Alive and it's about the new Dead or Alive 6. This is gameplay for the Deluxe Demo that was released maybe 2 days ago. On Friday it was available. And special for me because Dead or Alive is definitely my top fighting game. For me, it's my favorite fighting game. And this title, Dead or Alive 6, is my, I can say it's my most anticipated title for this year. And yes, I know that I am in a niche here, and I'm in the minority here when speaking like this. But Dead or Alive for me is something dear to my heart. It's definitely as a franchise. It's definitely in my top 5 of all time. It's in my top 5 franchises or games. My top 5 favorite games of all time, let's say, or franchises. It's up there with Final Fantasy, which I think is my absolute favorite, and Metal Gear Solid, of course, which I think it's all over, sadly, for Metal Gear, and we won't see any more Metal Gear, or any Metal Gear that's worth it. And it's also up there with football games like FIFA in the last 2 years, and before that I was a big fan of Pro Evolution Soccer, peace, and it's up there also with Metroid, especially the Metroid Prime games, the trilogy. These 5 are definitely my top 5, and maybe a very close 6 is Zelda Breath of the Wild. Not the whole franchise, but I agree that the franchise is perfect. Ocarina of Time comes to mind, but Breath of the Wild really was impressive for me, but it's not in my top 5. I think it's my top 6. So me and Dead or Alive go way back in the PlayStation 1 days. I still remember the first time I got Dead or Alive 1 and played it, and I was mesmerized. Something about its fighting mechanics and its gameplay clicked for me, that I always thought, oh man, why don't they make the Tekken gameplay like this, which is very good for Tekken. I think the gameplay is very good, but Dead or Alive has this thing about the gameplay that's like some puzzle, and that everything has a reaction that you can do to it. Every action has a reaction. Every attack has a defense. It's like playing rock paper scissors, but in a fighting game. So it's a thinking game as well. It's you fight and you anticipate your opponent's moves, and if you counter them, then you are in a position to really hurt them, and to really do a very good counter attack. And that's something that I didn't find, or I can say that I didn't find it to be well defined in the other games like Tekken, Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter, Street Fighter even. They have their other mechanisms, the other gameplay, which didn't do it for me. Even Mortal Kombat. They have a different mechanism, and I really liked the Dead or Alive mechanism and the type of gameplay from the beginning. It's also the character design. I think that is very divisive for many people there, and especially the focus on the fan service and the girls in particular. but that's okay with me, and it's something that I'm very okay with. I have no problem with fan service or that many of the DOA Live fans, I think they actually like the gameplay, but many of them also come for the fan service factor, which is totally fine with me, I guess. But I think that the gamers in general shouldn't define the DOA Live by the girls in it or the fan service thing. I think that they should really dig deep and they try it and they try its gameplay to get an idea what it really is, because it's not superficial game, definitely, and it's relatively forgiving, and especially with this release, with the DOA Live 6, it will be forgiving and maybe we can say relatively easy to get into for the people that haven't tried it before. And it's then, if you want to master it, it will take time, it will take effort, it will take much training and many matches to get into that level, but it's definitely easier. It has never been easier to get into the DOA Live than with this release, with the DOA Live 6. And this is especially evident, and you can see that in this demo with the special button. That's totally new. That's something that they added. It's the R1 button using the DualShock controller on the PlayStation 4. And this provides you with a specially available combo that you can just press the same button 4 times. As you can see in this video, you will see that with Kasumi, which is my favorite character. You will see that you just press it 4 successive times to do a full combo, and then you can combine it with a power blow to make it a successful 5 steps combo, which is for me it's a very welcome addition, and even hardcore players, or let's say medium level players, will benefit from it greatly, and it definitely will make the fights more exciting, as you can see, and you will see in this demo, especially with the online fights that I did, and though the last one was very close, you will see that. So it definitely adds to the excitement of a fight, and maybe you can it will give you a chance until the very last second of a fight that you have the chance to turn everything in your favor, or that your opponent will do that. It's attached to this special mechanism, a special button to a break gauge that you will see also above the fighter, above the health meter. And when this gets full, you get to do your power blow, which is just using the special button and a direction button, and that's it. And also when it's halfway, you can do a defense mechanism. You can block, which is just using the special as well and the direction button towards you to block any type of attack, whether it's high, mid, or low, whether it's a kick or a punch, which I think it's perfect. It's perfect for that last second maneuver or action that you want to do when you are both low on health, you and your opponent. So this is very welcome to the DOA Live, and I think this is a great idea to be added. Maybe I'm a little biased here, I don't know. My impressions about the demo are very good. I really liked it. It's an evolution. It's not a revolution from the DOA Live 5, which I think was really good as well. As I said, maybe I am biased towards these games since I am a huge fan. But for 6, I think that the first impressions are that's definitely an evolution from 5. Graphically, you will notice significant differences. And by the way, I'm planning to get this on PC, on Steam, to get advantage of the highest graphics possible. I know that it won't support HDR, but that's okay by me. It will only be supported, I think, on the Xbox One X, which I don't have, unfortunately. But I want to get advantage of the higher resolution and the locked 60 FPS. So that's hugely important for me, and maybe and hopefully that they will provide a good graphical settings set up, like you can punch it all the way to ultra and such, and to and that you can adjust everything from the many graphical settings. I hope that they provide full possibility for adjustment regarding texture details, various graphical effects, and everything like this. Like full graphical settings will be hugely welcome, especially that I think that with a relatively disappointing Dead or Alive 5 on PC was relatively disappointing regarding this thing. It was really limited in the graphical settings department, that you can't adjust many things, and that was very unfortunate for me. But Team Ninja have said that they apologize for that, and it was because it was their first release for a Dead or Alive game on PC. So they promised that they will fix that, and they will make it really a special release for the PC version. So that's what I am doing, what I will be getting, the PC version, and hopefully it will be as expected. So the gameplay is as it has ever been. It's very fluid, very responsive, very balanced, and as we have said before, that with the addition of the special button, it's really, in my opinion, it's really complete for a fighting game. You can't get more enjoyment for a fighting game or for a gameplay perspective. In my opinion, the gameplay from my impressions from this demo is perfect. What was really disappointing for me somehow was the sound. The soundtrack was the main theme is really easily forgotten, and it's nothing like the Dead or Alive 2 or 3 days, where the soundtrack was really a highlight of the whole game. I know that it's only a demo, and maybe in the full version we'll get a full idea, and maybe we'll get a much better let's say tracks. But the one that they are using in this, and you will hear that in the demo, it's really I would say disappointing, even for me as a fan, as a huge fan. It was really not something to enjoy, especially with the main theme. I didn't expect it to be like this. Even the Dead or Alive 5 had a better main theme. I think that they have reached their heights with the Dead or Alive 3. That was something that had an incredible soundtrack. So yeah, this is something that I didn't like from the demo as an impression. So please enjoy this gameplay, and I have did like some of the of what's available of the story, which is very little, but it's intended by Team Ninja to just show you how it's going to be a branched story. Like you will see, and I will demonstrate this, that it's a branching story, that you can do it with maybe all the characters that are available, instead of being something linear. So this is also and it will be interesting to get to experience it in the final version. And the story was okay with the Dead or Alive 5, so I'm not like putting huge expectations, and it's like the story is not something that's really great in all fighting games. Honestly, I don't remember any fighting game that had, oh my god, what an incredible story. It's difficult to do that, and with all the characters and all the different characters, different backgrounds. But they did an okay job with 5, and if they did an okay job here, it's okay by me, definitely. What I'm really also interested about is the DOA Live Quest mode, which is not available in this demo, but it's something to look forward to. It's like only for, as I have read about it, it's only for single player, but it's like a mission type mode where you can do special requests or challenges and a mission type, and get like the currency for it to get costumes and get accessories and such, to customize your character and other things, and to unlock many other things in the game, which is something that's maybe inspired from Smash, the challenges thing. So I'm really looking forward to this DOA quest, which is something new. Also DOA Central is something new, which I think is the fan service part that we have talked about, that you can customize your character, fully customize your character, add accessories, change costumes, edit costumes, listen to music. Hopefully they will add many tracks. Maybe if they will add the soundtracks and the tracks from the previous games, that will be incredible, like Smash did. That will be incredible, especially from like the early days, from the DOA Live 2 or 3. Yes, so it looks promising. It looks very good. For me, it's my most anticipated title this year, so hopes are really high. And we'll see in the final release, but for me, as a fan, I really like the demo, and it gives me good vibes for the final release, which is just around the corner on the 1st of March. Actually, this Friday it will be released. So please enjoy the gameplay, and please like and subscribe if you like this video, and catch up with you all in the next one. Bye bye.
A ninja? A real ninja? Well, show me.
will do my best.
In the name of Mugen Tenshi.
Get ready, fight! Get ready, fight! Get ready, fight!
I will fight on. In the name of Mugen Tenshi. In the name of Mugen Tenshi.
Fight! Get ready. Fight!
Special order!
Get ready. Fight!
Special enter!
Winner!
I will. Fight on. All right then. In the name of Mugen Tenshi.
Get ready.
Special enter! Full burst! Finish!
Get ready. Fight! Winner!
I will. Fight on.
You guys are here!
In the name of Mook.
Hey, no hard feelings.
Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Fight! Winner!
I will. Fight on.
You guys are here!
In the name of Mugen Tenshin.
All All right then. Let us begin the experiment.
Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Winner!
With science, nothing is impossible.